everyone, welcome back to my channel, Fixing It Up with Sandra. In case you're new here, I'm Sandra, and today we're gonna do a really fun craft that was inspired by this beauty that I have hanging in my kitchen. We're gonna do a smashed can tutorial. So we are gonna do something very similar to this with our very own can and some napkins, a little Mod Podge, and yeah, I really can't wait to see how this comes out. So this should be quick, should be fun, and very creative. So let's go ahead and point the camera down and get started. So here's what you're gonna need, and I'll give you a couple of options, okay? So you just need a can. I'm doing a big one right here, and I got some napkins from the Dollar Tree. Now, you can use paper, all right? I love all of these patterns that come in this vintage, vintage treasures. And I did do a couple of cans with this, and I'll show you right here. So I did Mod Podge this can right here, and I did this so many years ago, and it has lasted, and I mean, quite a long time ago, probably 2-3 years at least, and it's held up really well. As you can see, I keep it in my office for all my pens. So you can do either one that you want. I have some floral pieces. I've got some cute, I don't know what the name is. I'm just gonna call it straw, but I got some purple straw right here. We're gonna possibly be making a ribbon. Some wire, some rope. We've got a bunch of stuff here that I'll be sharing with you guys as we go along. So here's what you need to do. You need to have a clean can, and both top and bottom need to be cut out, and make sure that it's, it's safe. Make sure that the edges are not gonna poke you or anything like that, and that the can itself is clean. So first we're gonna smash this, and I'm not gonna do this with the volume up because it's gonna get loud. Smash it with your foot, smash it with a hammer, smash it with your hand, however you can get this smashed to a point like that. That's what we're going for, something very similar. So let's do that first. So we have our smashed can. Now this does take a little bit of time, so I wasn't gonna bore you with showing you how long it took, but it took me, what, at least a couple of minutes, okay? So it did, see how it did this little thing right here? Not such a big deal because that's gonna be our back. Here's how flat I got it. And what I'm gonna do too is I'm gonna put some glue right here just so that there's no gap. And I do have some clamps that I got at the Dollar Tree that we will be using to hold it together. And truth be told, I do not know if the glue is actually gonna hold those two pieces together, but it will at least fill that gap, okay? And then we'll just cover it with some paper. So yes, I'm gonna just go ahead. I use my pliers to kind of squeeze together this right here. Okay. Yeah, this should work. I say that all the time. I'm like, this should work, and sometimes it doesn't. So anyway, so yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and fill this little gap with some glue. But let's go ahead, while my hot glue gun is heating up, go ahead and separate our napkins. And we might do a couple of layers with this. I'm not sure. I want it to look aged. I want it to look vintage. So we'll see how many layers it takes. So I'm just gonna take one napkin, set those off to the side. We're gonna open it all the way up. Let's see, is this the 2-ply napkin? And I don't even know if this step is necessary. It is 2-ply. So we're gonna take this backing off. I'm sure you don't have to do this. You can just go ahead and lay it on to your can without doing a step, but this is just how I've seen it done. So what the hey, why not follow? So we're gonna take one off, and this should do the front part of our can, beautiful. And we're just gonna do 2 napkins just so we have it ready when we go to Mod Podge. All right, open this up. So this is quite a budget-friendly craft if you think about it. You know, you're not spending any money on the can. Well, I lied, you're spending money on the can, but you're also getting a meal out of it, hopefully. And, or you can ask your friends for them. And, you know, a whole pack of napkins, you can do a bunch of cans. All right, let's see if the hot glue gun is heated up. Not quite yet. So the hot glue gun, I'm not gonna need this just yet, I'm gonna move this out of the way. The hot glue gun is heated. We're gonna go ahead and, like I said, I don't know if it's necessarily gonna hold together, but I just wanna fill this gap. So when I put my flower stems in there, you know, they aren't poking through or anything like that. So, I'm just gonna do right here. Actually, I'm not gonna use that. Let's see what I'm gonna use. I'll use a stick of glue. All right. I'm just trying to fill this gap. So far, it's working, so I'm not mad about it. There we go. The other day I had to use spray foam at my office in all the cracks, and this is just what it reminds me of right now when I'm doing to this little thing. It's just filling in that gap so nothing. Perfect, if I can just get right there. Perfect, it is working. All right. Like I said, once we cover this with the Mod Podge, am I saying that? Mod Podge, yes. It's not gonna be as, you're not gonna be able to see the glue. All right, and it's drying pretty quick, which makes me happy. All right, we've got that. So now let's move all of this out of the way, put that over there. All right, let's start brushing on this. Now, like I said, you can use paper if you want. You can use whatever it is that you want. All right, and this is, I have a gloss one. It's not exactly what I want. Oh, here we go. I have the matte one. So just so you know, this is this is glossy, and then this is the matte. And I got them both at the Dollar Tree. So we're gonna do matte. All right, there we go. Again, paintbrush from the Dollar Tree. Let's go ahead and start painting. I'm just gonna put enough on here. All right, just make sure you get enough on there. All right, just cover the whole can like so. I need a little bit more. All right, and then we're gonna just paint around this clamp there for just a second. All right, now you're gonna take your paper and, as careful as possible, you're going to lay it onto this Mod Podge. How pretty is that? And try to get it straight if you can. I'm kind of going for like the rusticy, vintagey look. So if it's not perfect, it's not going to be the end of the world. All right. I'm already liking how this is coming out. Super cute. So now we can go ahead. The glue is pretty much dry. All right. Taking it down like so. Just gonna add some Mod Podge to the area where there's glue, because like I said, I want this to wrap around. You're not gonna see where you glued or anything like that in case you think like, oh my gosh, is that gonna be seen? No. So, all right, what do you think so far? Super, super cute. All right, we're gonna do this like a present. We're gonna wrap this one around, and then this one we're gonna cut to make it look more seamless. Does that make sense? I always wonder if I make sense when I'm explaining these things, because I have my own way of speaking when it comes to crafting. I'm like doodads and trinkets and splish splash and whatnot, but hopefully you guys get what I'm saying. All right. And I'm not doing like a lot of the Mod Podge on here. I'm just doing, you know, a thin layer. Okay, put a brush down. Now, like I said, I want to do this like a present. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap this. Let's just do this first. I think we're going to be doing so many more of these tutorials, because this is just working out so much better than I had imagined. All right, you guys. I did have a plan. Okay, you know what? I'm actually going to cut this. I didn't bring scissors. I'm actually going to cut that right there, and like so. This is what real crafting is. You use a knife to cut your napkins. Just kidding. So anyways, so you're just gonna kind of close that down. I just didn't want this to be so many layers right there, so then I'm gonna bring this back up. Oh my gosh, so dang cute. Okay, so look at that. Oh my gosh, I love it. And then like that, okay? Now, I guess I should get a pair of scissors. All right, so now I'm gonna cut where there's no Mod Podge. And I just went into the kitchen really fast and grabbed the scissors. Now, like I said, we're gonna cover this side up again. We are going to definitely be doing another layer on the other side as well. This will all work out, I promise. Okay. There. Now, because this napkin is very delicate, so just be careful when you are cutting. You know, you don't want to nick anything. All right. And so this napkin, I'm just trying to make the seam. Okay, so I want it to go like so on this side. All right. Oop. Good thing I have napkins on hand because I have Mod Podge on my table. All right. So this is the side that's going to go up, and lay it here just so I can get a rough idea. As you can see, I'm doing a very, very rough cut. Okay. And we will see if the rough cut looks tacky or not here in just a bit. So, all right, there we go. Over there. Now, we're gonna put some more Mod Podge right here. And we're gonna Mod Podge over this napkin like so. Put some more up there. All right, you guys. Now I'm doing like a nice amount of this on top of this napkin right here. I am getting it all nice and goopy. And, oop. All right, we're going to stick, my poor little dog. I think she has allergies. We are calling the vet after this to see if there's medication for doggy allergies. All right, so now I'm gonna go back to the top, make it even. Like so. Ugh. Again, thrilled with how this is coming out. All right, and I am going to trim the edges with a better pair of scissors than my kitchen scissors. So I say, but this is working. All right, then we're just gonna Mod Podge the entire thing. And I wonder how many times I can say Mod Podge in this tutorial. Okay, that's using all I can. All right, again, make this. This is kind of wrinkling up over here, which is what I like. And again, this is the matte Mod Podge. There we go. So, all right, let me just I'm just kind of flicking that edge over to make it lay down. So it's, you know, quote unquote seamless. There we go. All right. Yep. No more wreaths. It's all about what? Mod Podge. Because this is beautiful to me. Like, oh my Lanta, how beautiful. And I don't think we're gonna do another layer on top of this because I think just the one napkin is sufficient. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with how this is working out. So yeah, I'm just going over all the edges, kind of tapping them down, making them lay flat. And yeah, so now what we have to do is let this dry. All right, and I'm just making sure that every little bit got some Mod Podge. And as you can see, the bottom is closed. So I highly recommend, if you can, put a little bit of glue or whatever you think would work there. And maybe you don't even have to, and you're just gonna put foam inside at the bottom. I just like the glue because it guarantees that nothing's gonna spill out, even if I don't have the foam. And I just didn't want a stem poking through. And I'm gonna have to wash this lid here in just a bit. But we're gonna let this dry, and then we're gonna come back and we're gonna do all the fun decorations. And yeah, oh my gosh, super, super cute. Let me, so stinking cute. I'm never gonna throw a food can away ever again. And I know I've probably put on plenty, but yeah, I'm just gonna add a little bit more. All right, I'm gonna put this in front of my heater, and then I will be back in just a few to show you how it looks. So my can is, I would say, 90% dried. So here is how it looks. And I'm looking at it and the sun's finally coming through. I can't, unless you're like, so here's where the seam is, see right here? But because this is such a busy pattern, you really aren't like, oh, I see the seam. You see what I'm saying? But it's beautiful, it's closed at the bottom. Now here, obviously, is the part that I love, decorating. So I have quite a few things, and before we do that, I do wanna say, now, you can create a handle several different ways on here. So you can either take like an ice pick prior to the Mod Podge and all of that, or a drill, and drill little holes on the side, if that is something that you wanna do. And then you can place like some floral wire. I would do, if you're gonna do this, like, you know, do multiple layers of it. That's what I would do, okay? And if you don't want to go that route, you don't want to drill to the side, you don't want to do any of that, you just simply want to glue, I would glue on the inside, and that's what we're going to do today. We are going to glue on the inside, and I'm going to use this really pretty rope, again, that I got from the Dollar Tree. I keep reaching for that knife. Now, if you are gluing, I would suggest that you don't put anything super heavy in here. Maybe like don't fill the bottom with rocks or anything like that, because that's something that I do with some of my decor pieces, just to give it a solid base. So don't do that if you're going to glue, just simply because you don't know how much weight it will hold. So again, we're going to do the gluing option. So I'm going to glue on the inside right here, like so. And let's see. Let me turn off my heater real fast. Because we live in an old house, we have several of these things called Mr. Heaters throughout the room, throughout our house, and this one just ran out of propane, which is not bad, but just it ran out. I needed to turn it off. Anyways, back to the project. So I'm going to go ahead and put some glue in here. You're not, and I'm going to kind of put it down a little bit low, and you're really not going to see it because you're going to decorate your can. So I'm going to go ahead and lay this in here on top of that. And I'm going to take this knife and push it into the glue. I will also cover the top of this rope with some extra glue, just to, again, reinforce the rope. So this is how it looks on the inside. See how kind of I put it down kind of far? And I'm just going to leave it tilted like that for just a second. We're gonna see how long I want this. I want it a little bit long, but not too, because I want to be able to put flowers in it and whatnot. So, okay, perfect. We have that. That is starting to solidify. So we're just gonna go ahead and do the other side. Perfect. Once again, lay it in there. And then just use my nail for that one. And then just go back over the top if this is what you're choosing to do. And that way it's a little bit reinforced. So while this is drying, we're gonna put that right here, if that will hold. There we go. I do have some of this raffia. Is that what this is called? It just came to me. I want to make a really cute bow. Now, this, I think you're supposed to soak this in a little bit of water to make it easier to handle. We are not doing that for no other reason. It's just, yeah, we're just gonna work with this like it is. Oh, you see a little nug nug? Oh my gosh, she's so cute. So she's back. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and cut this. Kind of nug. And we're gonna go ahead and make, oops, that's a little short one. We're gonna go ahead and make a bow. like this. So here's our bow, like that. And then I'm just gonna use probably this one. And just so you know, Nugget is behind the camera and she's looking at me. I swear, this cat. Trying to keep my bow intact. There we go. All right, get a piece of this right here. And because of the nails, I am making it look harder than it is. So we're just gonna wrap this all the way around. I'm not gonna tie it because I'm just gonna put a dab of glue on it, but I'm gonna give it a couple of good wraps. All right, there we go. I'm just gonna do a little dab of glue right here without getting burned. There we go. I'm oh so carefully watching Nugget, who is, like I said, behind the camera, watching every little thing I am doing because she wants this purple, like I said, raffia, I believe it's what it's called. I could be so wrong, but that's, for some reason, that's what I keep hearing. All right, so here is my cute little bow. Let's see if I can make some minor adjustments. That one's sticking up, so we're just gonna cut that off. Super, super cute. I don't think I want it all that long. So Nugget, get down. I might have to pause just a minute and get her. Okay, there we go. And we're gonna take our, let's just see, oh, it's passing the test. Okay, so we're gonna take that and glue it right here. Oh my God, this is so freaking cute. So I'm gonna put a little glue on the back of that bow again. Look at how cute. And again, I got, everything's from the dollar store, even the Mod Podge, the paintbrush, everything except for my can. Perfect, perfect, perfect. There we go. So that is, oh my gosh. Even the clips are from the Dollar Tree. Okay, so now it's time to fill our, I have a piece of glue right here, our smashed can. So I have flowers, all kinds of random flowers. And I try to stay going with this purple theme of the napkins. Just gonna, I was gifted these flowers, which I think are absolutely beautiful. They're very realistic, especially like the stems. So I definitely want to put that in there. I'm not going to cut it and pull it apart or anything like that. This piece of glue is driving me crazy. Let's see. And again, another batch of realistic looking lilies. Let's see. There's a few in here that we could do without. So we are going to cut those out. Again, gifted to me. Yeah, we're just gonna cut these out. All right. Okay. So let's go ahead and set this up. So pretty. Let's see how, these flowers may be too big to put in here. I don't know, it seems to be working in the background. Oh my God. I love when a project comes out like exactly the way I wanted it to. And because we have some pink roses like right there, we're gonna add a few pink flowers in. And then that is it. So we are going to cut this down. I got this from the dollar store. So we're just gonna open all of this up, push the leaves to the top, to the flower petal, and then just cut all of these off and then sporadically put them into our smashed can. So truthfully, the longest part is smashing the can. Everything else seemed to go pretty fast, and I'm doing this looking into the camera. I don't know if that's gonna work for me, but let's give it some pink. Oh my gosh, what do you guys think? Again, beyond thrilled. We can go ahead and take this clip off. And we've got our little, kind of weave that around the flowers a little bit. I'm just so happy. Oh my gosh. Look at that. But of course, pan the camera back so you can see exactly how this looks. But I think we're done. So let's get a real good look at this. Like I said, I love when a project comes out exactly how I saw it or better. And I like these longer flowers. It just kind of gives it that like rustic-y vibe. I'm just gonna say that because I don't know what other word to use. But what do you think of our smashed can tutorial? Here's our bow, right? We're planned for it. We're gonna be doing more smashed cans. We're gonna be using some of that vintage paper. We're gonna get super creative. Oh my gosh, this is the new wreath, right? Oh my gosh, how do you love it? What do you guys think? And this is so budget friendly. I'm telling you right now, if somebody was having like a housewarming party or any kind of a party, as a simple gift, again, very budget friendly, you can pick some flowers up at the thrift store, the Dollar Tree, wherever, garage sales, yard sales, whatnot, because that's where most of these flowers came from, except for the pink roses. Very, very budget friendly, but a beautiful gift in itself. I am most certainly gonna find a spot, I think on my kitchen door, that's where this is gonna go. So of course, let me know what you guys think. I love hearing your feedback when it comes to what we create on this channel. What do you think of this? And do you wanna see more? Because we are gonna do more. I've got like, with the vintage, I'm thinking like Scrabble tiles, different trinkets on the front. You know, like I said, this is the new wreath. I'm so happy I did this, and I have so many cans in my office. And you can also do this for weddings. You can hang this like off of the chair, you know, like, or on the side of the chair, like for a wedding. My battery's going low. But there's so many different things that you can do with something like this. So anyways, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell because you're not gonna wanna miss tutorials like this. Oh, this is so perfect. And it's so spring. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. I will see you in the comments, and I can't wait to get this uploaded so you guys can start creating your own.